All right. Today is Tuesday, January the 4th. Everybody needs to be logged into Schoology. Okay. You are going to scroll down and find your English course. We're going to scroll down until we see third 9 weeks. All right. You are going to click on the third 9 weeks. We are in week 1 of third 9 weeks, which is going to be January 4th through January the 7th. All right. What's today? Tuesday. Okay, so we're going to click on the Tuesday, January the 4th folder. Now, before I click on that folder, okay, if I look outside of this folder here, it tells me what we're going to do for the most part today, and that should match what's on the board, okay? If you scroll down, you're going to see what my plans are for the rest of the week. All right, so you don't ever have to doubt what we're doing this week. It's always there and available for you. Tuesday, January the 4th. The first thing we're going to do is a discussion board post. How was your Christmas break? Now, I know that we have already gone around the room and discussed this, but we're going to do this brief writing assignment, okay? So, your topic is, what did you do over Christmas break? What did you get? What did you eat? Did you go anywhere? Did you stay at home? Tell us about your 2 weeks off. I want to know what you did, okay? Some of you have already started, I see. I had answered it, but obviously it did not transfer over. Okay, so I'm going to read you mine real quickly. All right, so here is my post. Actually, what I'm going to do is copy and paste it into yours. Okay, so mine says, I got to get this picture out of the way here. All right, I had a wonderful Christmas break. I worked on cleaning out my house for the entire 2 weeks. I cleaned out drawers, cabinets, and rearranged furniture. Life has been so busy lately that I had neglected some of my duties as a wife and a mama. But hopefully, I redeemed myself over Christmas break. My husband and I built our kids, Lane and Blakely Claire, brand new beds. I will show y'all a picture. Um, we made them from scratch instead of going and buying them a brand new bed. They turned out so cute. We were so tired from work that we spent New Year's Eve at home with some friends out of town. Some of y'all may know them, the Lauderdales. Coach Lauderdale worked at AHS and Miss Lauderdale worked at Ashford Elementary School. Y'all remember them? She had like really, really bleach blonde hair. He coached football, baseball. Okay. Anyways, they came down for a wedding and to visit with all of their South Alabama friends. I did take a break and celebrate Christmas with my family. For once in my life, there was nothing that I really wanted or needed. I enjoyed watching those around me open their presents and watching their excitement as they got what they wished for or didn't get what they wished for. Okay. Blake Claire asked for an iPod, and guess what? She didn't get it. An iPod, a 6-year-old with an iPod. Do you know how fast that thing will be lost? All right. She might have been a little disappointed. I needed the break from school to recharge and rest. January to May will fly by. We have so much work to do and so much learning to accomplish. I cannot wait to see how much progress you make in these next 18 weeks. I am excited about the time we have left, and I hope you are as well. I love each of you dearly and want nothing but the best for each of you. Let's do this. Okay? So Landon has already come on with the Gatlinburg for a youth conference. Ate seafood. I like it. Went to Oklahoma. Didn't go anywhere. I did nothing. It was stress. I like it, Kamori. Oh, what does it say? It was I don't know the lingo. Y'all got to teach. I told you got to teach me your ways. What is it? Okay. Dang, maybe I'm old. All right. So everybody's working on your discussion board post. Okay. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to complete that and to submit it. And I will go back and read and respond to your writing. Okay. Maybe or lack thereof writing. My intentions were for you to write a paragraph. All right. My intentions were for you to write a paragraph. And some of you have given me one awesome sentence. Huh? But you want to know what? I'm proud that you realize that it doesn't form a sentence. So that's progress. Now, if you know how to fix it, that's even better. See, there's a positive to everything. Well, if you went hunting, you had to use one. Oh, well, yeah. Raise your hand if you're still writing. Okay, when you finish that, you're going to go to back to Tuesday, January the 4th, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to do DGP 1422, okay? DGP 1422. Now, I have gone back to the way we first began this at the beginning of the school year, okay? We've done this a couple of different ways. I've done it where I've quizzed you. I've done it where you have written the answers on top of the word on a piece of paper or typed the answers in. Okay. This seems to be the best method. So we're going to go with it. That means that this will count as a daily grade every day of the week. Now, you are still allowed to use your resources that you can find on your homepage of your Schoology dashboard, or if you have your copy that you were given of your marking guide, you are more than welcome to use this. Okay? All right, so let's preview today's. All right. The sentence for the week is, I set the table at the Andersons' house on Saturday. For this question, you are going to drag and drop the correct part of speech over each word. Okay? For today, for this question, you are going to drag and drop the correct part of speech over each of these words. Okay? You have a lot of repeat answers. You have a lot of repetitive answers. All right, on the next question. A direct object of the preposition, and simple subject will always be a what? All right, you're going to click the drop down and answer the question. It doesn't matter. Like when I created this test, I went in and I fixed it to where either answer would be accepted correct. Okay. True or false? A, and the will always be article adjectives. True or false? A, and the will always be article adjectives. An imperative sentence will always contain an understood you. You might need to think about the function of an imperative sentence. What does it do? One subject, one verb, and one complete thought equals what type of sentence? One subject, one verb, one complete thought equals what type of sentence? Is it a compound, a complex, a simple, or should have been compound, complex? But it doesn't matter because that's not the answer. Two subjects, two verbs, two complete thoughts combined with a semicolon or coordinating conjunction equals what type of sentence? Simple, complex, compound, compound, complex. A complex sentence consists of one independent clause, two independent clauses, one independent clause and one dependent clause, one dependent clause and two independent clauses, one independent clause and two dependent clauses. In a complex sentence, a comma is not needed after the independent clause if the independent clause comes before the dependent clause. Now, that is very, very wordy, okay? What I did right here is I have independent clause, dependent clause, or is it independent clause, comma, dependent clause? If the independent clause comes before the dependent clause, no comma is needed between the two. This is really trying to make sure you understand the process, okay? Then you're going to review and you will finish. Hey, I want y'all to think about this. Okay, when you're thinking about simple sentences, compound sentences, if it says one subject, one verb, okay, it's easy. It's singular. What kind of sentence is it? If it's one subject, one verb, it is easy. Okay, it's a singular sentence. It is a simple sentence. If it has two, what word means two? Out of simple, compound, complex, compound, complex. Compound. Okay, that's an easy way to kind of relate the two things. Okay? All right, I'm going to give you about 3 more minutes, and then everybody needs to get this submitted. If you've already submitted this assignment, you are going to go back to Tuesday, January the 4th, and you're going to go ahead and click on bell ringer 1. No? Okay, when you finish your DGP, you're going to go ahead and you're going to begin your bell ringer 1422. This is the ACAP review. It's only 5 questions. It's not difficult, but you have to read the passage. The passages are not long, they are short on this particular on these particular questions, okay? on this, and then we're moving on to the next thing. Okay, 5 more minutes, and then we're moving on. Will you come pass these out? All right, raise your hand if you are still working on DGP or your ACAP bell ringer. All right, everybody's done. Good deal. Okay, so now I want you to go back to week 1, January the 4th. All right, we were supposed to do USA Test Prep. This is a new program that we have that is aimed towards the ACAP review. But we do have the program purchased. I'm waiting on them to roster it. Okay. And as soon as we get that completed, then that's going to be on our to-do list. But for now, we're going to go on down to the next item. And that is going to be sorry, having a moment here. All right, that is going to be your Alabama Moon research project. Okay. If you have actually, I told you about this before we got out of school on the 17th for Christmas break. And if you have Remind, I've already sent the instructions to you. If you don't have Remind, then you haven't seen it. I will say that I have already had one student complete the entire project and email it to me over Christmas break. Okay, I'm not telling you who it was, but what I will say is that I was completely surprised and excited about it. Okay, but let's go over the requirements for this. Okay, now you should have a copy of this in front of you. I would highly suggest that you put it in your notebook so that you do not lose it. There will be an uploaded version in Schoology so that you can access it whenever you need to if for some reason you were to lose your handout. Okay, Alabama Moon Research Project is worth 100 points total. You must have 8 slides. Okay, you must have 8 slides. Just having the 8 slides is worth 20 points. You must have 3 sources. Now, what do I mean by you must have 3 sources? Can anybody tell me what I mean by that? when we read Alabama Moon, we cited the source, okay? And the source of that was the author, when he wrote the book, the year it was published. We did a work cited on Alabama Moon, okay? 3 sources. That means that you have to tell me where you find your information at, okay? Specifically where you find your information at. You can't just tell me you find it on the internet. Like, you've got to give me the name of the site, the URL, okay, the date that the site was published or created, okay, all of that good stuff. Now, so in order to get this project started, you're going to open up Google Slides. You're going to check your email. Click on the 9 gray dots in the upper right hand corner. Okay, so I'm going to go to that for you real quick. All right, you're going to go up here to these 9 gray dots. You're going to scroll down and you're going to click on Google Slides. When you click on Google Slides, it automatically opens up a presentation for you. Okay? This will always be stored in your Google Drive. You're going to create a blank presentation. All right? That's pretty much step 1. Okay? When you get your slide open, go ahead and title your document in the upper left-hand corner. Click on Untitled Document, and you will be able to erase those words and type in the following. You're going to save your document as last name, comma, first name, an Alabama Moon research project. Okay, so what I mean by that is up here in this corner, see where it says untitled presentation? You're going to click here and it highlights those words. You're going to type in your last name, comma, first name, Alabama Moon research project. Okay? You're going to type in your last name, comma, first name, Alabama Moon research project. Now, it says first slide, title of your presentation, your name and class period. Okay, so in order to figure out what your presentation is we're going to have to go back and talk about what your presentation is going to be on. Okay, but what I would go ahead and do is I would go ahead and type my name in here. And I would type in first period or second period, third period, fourth period, fifth period, whatever period you have me. Okay, you're going to type that in. And we're going to go ahead and label it Alabama Moon Research Project. Place. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go back and show you what your options are for your project. Okay. Now, some general like housekeeping for Google Slides. Okay. My computer's acting crazy. It's not working. All right, so your Alabama Moon research project topics, okay? It's going to be in your Alabama Moon 10 through 51 that we did during the second 9 weeks. All right, and this is it right here, okay? Your assignment is going to be the following. Research one or more of the following topics to aid in your understanding of the novel. Present your findings to the class. A visual such as a PowerPoint or poster should be also presented, okay? Poster is not an option. We're going to do a Google slide. All right, and that is why I have set up the Google slide or helped you create your Google slide. And then I've created the steps for you to ensure that you meet all of the guidelines, okay? So you can either research the Vietnam War and the sociological and psychological effects it had on the lives of soldiers and their families. Now, why would researching Vietnam be a part of Alabama Moon? Whose dad? Moon's dad fought in the war, which is why he had so many problems with the government and the reason why he lived the way he lived, okay? All right, you can research the economic condition of Alabama during the early 1980s when the novel is set. You can research edible plants that grow in the wild, for example, honeysuckle. What is the purpose of researching edible plants? What did they do with plants in the novel? They made medicine. What specific character did they make the medicine for? Kit. All right. We found out towards the end of the story why Kit needed medicine and what was wrong with him. Who remembers? He had cancer, okay? And at the time when they were in the woods, his cancer was in remission. But when Kit got sick and he went back into the hospital, his cancer had resurfaced, okay? All right, research feral children. What does that mean? Not sick, just people that are raised in the wild, okay? All right, or your last option is you can research the towns, rivers, and places the novel mentions. Okay, you can only do one. All right, you can only do one. So, what I want you to do, all right, what I want you to do is right now, what you're going to do is I'm going to leave this right here on the board. Okay, you are going to go back to your Google slide. You are going to go back to your Google slide, and where it says click to add title, I don't know why this is still not wanting to work, but it's not. All right, where it says click to add title, you're going to go ahead and identify which one of these it is that you want to research. Okay, so you're going to make a decision right now, and you are going to type in this answer or this response where it says title of your presentation. Okay, so where it says title, you're either typing in research the Vietnam War and the sociological and psychological effects it had on the lives of soldiers and their families, or you're typing in research the economic condition of Alabama during the early 1980s when the novel is set, or you're typing in research edible plants that grow in the wild, for example, honeysuckle, or you're typing in research feral children. Okay? Whatever it is that you have an interest in or that you think will hold your attention, that is what you need to click on or type in. Okay? You got what you wanted? You know which one you want to do? Do you want to do Vietnam? Do you want to do economic? What does economics mean? Money. Okay. What was money like in the 1980s? How did people live? Were people mostly middle class, upper class, lower class? Okay. What was the cost of gas in the 1980s? Did people own homes in the 1980s? How much debt were people in the 80s? Okay. Things like that. Economics, money it can take a toll on a person, okay? What was the economic, psychological, sociological effects of the economy in the 80s? Yeah. All right. Edible plants, feral children, towns, rivers, and places the novel mentions. No, not right now. All right. Has everybody in here identified your topic? Okay. I'm going to go back real quick. To this. All right, so the first slide is going to be the title of your presentation, your name, and class period. Slide 2 is you're going to introduce your topic. What did you choose to research and why? Background information. Decide on 3 things to discuss and present those 3 things. Okay? The third slide, fact 1 about your topic and how it relates to Alabama Moon and the topic. You must include a picture. The fourth slide, fact 2 about your topic and how it relates to Alabama Moon and the topic. You must include a picture. The fifth slide is going to be fact 3 about your topic and how it relates to Alabama Moon and the topic. You must also include a picture. The sixth slide, you're going to find a short video clip on your topic and insert it into your presentation. Now, I will show you exactly how to do this, okay? Your 7th slide, you're going to explain why you chose the video you chose and how it relates to Alabama Moon and your topic. I think I made a mistake up here. It should be 10 slides. I'm sorry. All right, 10th slide is going to be your works cited. Don't forget, you cannot copy and paste word for word. If you do this, this is plagiarism. You must make the work your own. If you choose to copy something from another, you must do an in-text citation and give credit to the author or site. We're going to do a works cited page regardless. But what I'm telling you is I better not see where you copy and paste text from a website and put it directly into your presentation. Okay? We have to either paraphrase or summarize that. If you choose to copy and paste something directly, then we have to do a citation or a quote. Okay? Now, you are going to learn all about quotations this week. All right? So this is all going to tie into one another. Okay? You must use the internet to complete your research. When you find information from a website, you must write down the following information: the title of the website, author of the site or article, the date it was published, and the URL. I would copy and paste this information. Now, this right up here, this blue, that's the URL for a site. All you have to do is highlight it, copy it, and paste it. Okay? Now, here's the kicker with this project. We're not doing it in class. Okay? We are not doing it in class. This is going to be an outside project that you complete at home. It is due January the 19th. All right? It is due January the 19th on a Wednesday. No, sir, I don't. Shh. All right, listen. I expect you to do it. Now, if you don't have something at home, then you're going to do it in your spare time at school. Okay? You're going to find a way to make it happen. And I'm not going to take I don't have as an excuse. All right? Those days are over with. I know that if you want something bad enough, that you're going to make it happen. I know that every single one of you in this room are capable of making this happen. And I'm going to hold you to that. Now, what I will say is that you might have some time at the end of class if we finish early, or if there's some extra time or something, that you might have a little bit of time to work on it. But you cannot think that you're going to solely get this project done at school and at school only. If you do, you're not going to finish. Now, it might mean that you go home and use your cell phone to do the research and write it down and then come back to school and type it in your computer. Okay? Because I know that you all have access to the internet in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You might not have access to a computer, but there's a way around it. Look up your information on your own time and have it ready to type into this when you get to school and you have some free time. Now, others of you want to tell me you don't have access, but what that really boils down to is that you don't want to do it. Okay? I'm not falling for that. Do I make myself clear on my expectations for your part of this assignment? Now, on January the 19th, you will come in and you will present your assignment or project to the classroom. Okay? You are going to teach that day. All right? It is on a Wednesday, I believe. All right, you have 2 weeks to make this happen. Does anyone in here have any questions? Okay, I feel like I have been very, 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 very thorough in what I'm expecting out of you. Now, we have 5 minutes remaining before it is time. Maybe not even 5, but we have a few minutes if you want, go ahead right now and start working on something. Okay, go ahead right now and start working on something. But I will tell you, tomorrow we will not look at this project again. Okay, the only thing you are going to get is a soft reminder of when it's due, and for me to make sure that I'm addressing the fact that you have it. Okay,